Hell yeah, folks, it is DIECAST Buffet here again, back for NASCAR Thunder 2004 Career Mode. Well, folks, 2006 is upon us. It's going to be an exciting season. We didn't win the Daytona 500 last year. We didn't win the championship. But I tell you what, we had some fun. We won the Coke 600. We won Texas. We won a lot of big races. I tell you, I'm really proud of our opportunities to win and how everything planned out. But there is some shakeups. That 2 car right there, David Green replaces Rusty Wallace, and Ashton Lewis replaces Ricky Rudd. So 2 big cats out of the running. Penske's getting a new guy, and then Wood Brothers is getting a new guy, but we're going to keep the same paint scheme. Now it's time for the brass tacks, the sponsorship. How is the team going? We got 10 races left with Whitetails Unlimited. You know what that tells me, folks? That tells me we're going to be about to the end of the spring. So the shootout doesn't count. So it's pretty much the 500, Subway 400, Vegas, Atlanta, Donington 400, Bristol, Texas, Dega, Richmond. About after they drop the checkered at California, we'll know whether if Whitetails Unlimited, which has been a very long time sponsor of Buffet Racing South, if they're going to stay put. I mean, if you go back to our contract history right here, this is pretty crazy, folks. Whitetails Unlimited has been on board for 44 races. They signed on in the fall of 2004, and here we are in the late, winter of 2006. Shop additions, if we're new around here, we haven't been upgrading the shop because the car is fast enough to win races. It's fast enough to win at Daytona. It's fast enough to win at Atlanta. I'm not upgrading anything. But what we are doing is we are building faster parts and we're getting better crew members. So we are increasing the speed of the team, but we're not overdoing it. This isn't about winning the championship and just retiring. No, this is about having a full career playthrough on this game. No one has ever done it. I have yet to see someone do a full near 20 season series on this game. And if someone has, just shoot me a link down below, because I'd love to watch it. But that's what we're doing. We're not doing for a championship and then we're going to float out of here. No. We cannot race without some openings on the team. So we got $7.72 million in the bank. We're doing good financially for the race team, but we got to get our team. So I believe you start a team with your crew chief. That's where you got to start. Who's going to come on board this year? I want the best cat in the business. Definitely you. Lewis, you're going to be our crew chief for 2006. I want the best engine builder you can get. Bodhu, he's going to be on board. A chassis builder. Looks like Haynes is getting the call. I want the best crew you can get, I tell you. I want some good race cars. Once again, look, we have the money. We can get the best team right now. So let's go ahead and get the max overalls. That way, we can have the best crew possible, and we can win some Winston Cup events. Because I want to be top 3 championship. That's our expectations. I want to be top 3 in points when the checkered flag drops in Homestead, Miami. So we got our crew. I think we're ready to go. Sponsors are there. Oh boy, 2006, folks. Here we go. The race car bringing to Daytona. Well, let's see. We want to win the Daytona 500. I'm sorry. I want to win this daggum Daytona 500. So you tell me what. I'm going to pick the best darn engines we got. We got a Super Speedway. Ooh, 79 power. That's going to be a hot rod. And oh boy, we got our Super Speedway drafting body. This thing's a car rating of 81. Can we win the 2006 Daytona 500? Let's go to Daytona. Alrighty, folks, so how this is going to work. We're going to run the shootout and the 125s in this episode. And in the next episode, we're going to run the Daytona 500. That's how it's going to work. So we're going to have Speedweeks in this episode, and then we'll cover the Daytona 500. Let's go ahead and sit down at the racetrack for pre-race ceremonies.
MRN is live in Daytona Beach, Florida for today's NASCAR Winston Cup action in the pole shootout. Would you look at this field? It's going to be hard to pick a winner in this one.
Yeah, this is always a great race. Each driver has earned their spot by being a pole winner, which means we're in for some fast action. And what better place to be than right here at Daytona?
The 82 car is butting heads on the racetrack with Matt Kenseth.
You know, a little contact now and then is to be expected. The track gets crowded real quickly when you put 43 cars out there. I wouldn't be too worried about it.
In 1998, Jeff Gordon tied Richard Petty's modern-era record with 13 wins in 1 year.
As impressive as that is, I think he would take beating Petty and Earnhardt's tie of 7 championships instead. And of course, with 4 already, he's well on his way to doing that.
McMurray moved up to Winston Cup after having an impressive year in the Busch Series in 2002.
He picked up a couple of wins and finished 6th in the points last year, plus he did an admirable job filling in for Sterling Marlin in some Cup runs.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Here we go, folks. It's a DEI front row. Last year's Daytona 500 winner, believe it or not, it was Michael Waltrip, taking the 2005 Great American Race, and Dale Jarrett won the 04 and 03 Daytona 500s. This is the shootout. We didn't win it last year. We won it the year before. Holy cow, no points, all for the race. I think it said 2-tire pit stop. I didn't even freaking read it. Oh, Lord, this is going to be fun. Is there like a roll board or something? No. Well, shoot. Let's get racing. So 7 laps here at Daytona. Hopefully our, knock on wood, hopefully our capture car doesn't derp out like last season. Here we go. Daytona Speedweeks 2006. Tony Stewart has won 4 straight Winston Cup champions. He's tied Jeff Gordon last fall for the current most active championship leader. People talk about Gordon in the pre-race ceremonies about chasing Earnhardt and Petty's 7 Winston Cups. I tell you what, Tony Stewart might be the cat to do it instead. Meanwhile, Earnhardt Jr. is out front. We're running right behind Tony Stewart, our defending champion. I want to win this race, man. There's cash on the line. I want to win this thing. If you're new to the series, we're playing on Legend difficulty where you have limited assists because, I'm sorry, I'm not the best at this game. Underneath Tony Stewart for the move there. I do run custom setups at certain tracks. Some tracks I try not to, but certain tracks I do. I try to keep the competition as equal as possible. That way it's the most challenging to me as the driver. But man, I tell you what, it might be the mid-2000s, but you would think it's 2003 the way Mikey and Dale are running here at Daytona. They're trying to get another big win for DI at the home of stock car race in Daytona. I want to win this Daytona 500, I tell you what. Anything we can learn in this race, learning, how to draft, because we helped Michael Waltrip win the Daytona 500. I tell you what, man, I want to win mine. I want to say, well, 2006, we took home the Harley JRL Trophy. And Johnny Benson mixing it up. And, of course, if you are new to the series, Rusty Wallace and Ricky Rudd, they retired last offseason. Rusty Wallace was replaced by David Green, and Ashton Lewis is the new Wood Brothers cat. I don't know if they said 2-tire stop. I think so. I think you have to come down and make a 2- or 4-tire stop. I'm hoping we're playing by the rules here. So if they pit, we're gonna pit with them. So they're gonna pit. I'm gonna try to out-pit Dale Jr. Got to get down to, I think it's like 75. I think. Don't want to break the rules. Let's see. Okay, 70, no repair damage. I think it's a 4-tire stop. I don't freaking know, guys. I ain't worried about no fuel. Oh, I didn't put fuel. I should have put some in there. Uh-oh. This could be a bad move here. I didn't even read the rules, guys. And look at that. Newly hired Jackman, and he can't even jack the race car. Look, I'll cut him a slice. It's the first race of the year. It's the shootout. I'll cut him a slice. He'll be okay. Guys, 18 seconds. Are you kidding me? 19-second pit stop. Man, that is... Oh my... They better get the mulligans out of the way early. They better get shake the rust off early, because I tell you, if we get in the middle of August and they're doing this crap at the Bristol night race, I'm going to be madder than a wet head, I tell you. 7 laps, that probably will mean we ain't going to win the shootout. That's okay, though, but definitely we need to get better on pit road. Blend smoothly, then we won't have to worry. But we are catching a sniff off the 5 and the 42. Hey, what about tires? Do we have enough fuel? We didn't take no gas, guys, and we started tremendously slow pit stop, so we might run out of gas, but if we do, I ain't worried about it. So try to shoot by Jamie McMurray. Oh, we got a car on the bottom, Matt Kenseth. Whoa, Nelly. Trying to run Earnhardt down. There's Jimmy Johnson. See if we can try to draft off him. We're almost out of gas. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it, dude. I'm going to have to draft and hope and pray we do. Can we bring this car home? Oh, no. We're going to run out of gas. Oh, the Johnson. Oh, no. Good Lord. We're on the outside. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, my God. We are out of gas. I got to get to the bottom. Actually, crap. I got to get to the bottom. Sorry, Kurt Busch. And pretty bad mistake there by Buffet Racing South, our race team. We cooked it. Well, just add fuel and yeah, that sucks. Tough luck. We're gonna finish last. I think actually Jeff Burton will finish last. We're gonna get 20th. That's okay. Look, it's a mistake. You know, like I said to the pit crew, they made a mistake. It's early on. It happens. Get it out of the way now. We're planning for the Daytona 500. That's what we're planning for. 20th.
That's it. I guess it can't get much worse.
So Michael Waltrip gets second, Johnny Benson third, but it's going to be Jeff Gordon. Didn't get first place.
Was running the whole race.
Oh boy, so that was disappointing. Hey, we actually made 51,000. That's pretty good. Here's your stats after tonight's race. Man, that sucked. We did not have a good showing, but, you know, we didn't finish dead last, so we got that running for us. But on to the Gatorade duels. But first, it's time to go qualifying. All right, let's see. Can we get the qualifying pole? Here we go. Daytona Speedweeks 2006. Bad run in the shootout. It happens. Knocking the rust off, but can we get the Daytona 500 pole? Look, this is the most prestigious qualifying effort of the season. The Great American Race, the Super Bowl of stock car racing. You get the pole here, you get to be on pole for a week. You're on headline news, you're all over the late night shows, it's a big deal. Coming through 3 and 4 for the warm-up. Really the warm-up, it's lap 1, but the second lap is generally where your qualifying pole speeds are set, or at least, you know, your actual speeds. 36, oof, that's a gut check. Now, let's see if we could just try to run the bottom. I should have ran the outside lane to build up some more speed, but we're gonna have to run with it. Can we get the pole and be on the front row for the Great American Race? If not, we're gonna have to earn it in the duels, and that could be a trouble because we could get the car tore up. We could finish in the back. It's gonna be very dicey. You know, want to keep the car in good shape. Get it ready for the 500. That's gonna be huge, man. To be able to qualify in good place for the 500. We want to win it, man. I'm willing to throw the kitchen sink at it to win. Let's see, 186. Very, very little analog input. Very little. Come on. Yes! Daytona 500 pole goes to Buffet Racing South for 2006. We're going to start alongside Jimmy Johnson for the Harley J. Earl Trophy opportunity here in Florida. Well, we're going to do the Daytona 500 in, of course, the Daytona 500 episode, but we're going to go ahead and hop to the Gatorade 125s and set the field for the 2006 Daytona 500. The Gatorade 125s determine the starting positions for the Daytona 500. The first race will determine the inside row, and the second race determines the outside row. The front row for the Daytona 500 is based off the qualifying time alone, not the Gatorade 125s.
Well, let's see how
So it's going to be me and Tony Stewart in duel number 1. Here we go. We had a bad shootout. The Gatorade 125s, we already got the first place position locked in, but we don't want to tear up the car. Look, we got to learn something in this race. We got to be like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at the dual races in 2020. We got to do whatever it takes to make sure we know what we're getting from our race car. Build the draft, maybe make a few allies, do whatever you got to do. Keep your fenders clean. Let's win the 125. 5 laps, Daytona, let's go. I know we got a hot rod. We really got a fast car for this 500. Gotta watch them runs, man, because you're gonna get a good start here, right? The car kind of gets up to speed pretty quick, but you got Martin, you got Tony. Once these cats get up to full song, they're gonna be right there on our back bumper. I think on drag strip speed, you know, one car to one car, we're probably the fastest, if not one of them. But as they start to draft, here comes Smoke Show. Now, how's our car going to react to the draft? Is it going to be too loose, too tight? How quickly are we going to be able to block the runs? That's what's going to be important here. Know who's got the fast cars for Sunday. That's what I want to do. Size up the competition. Know what we got to do. See how we can win this 500, man. I want to win it. There we go. Lap 1's in the books. It's going to be Tony's second place. Here comes Craven. Craven making some noise for Pontiac. That could be a big upset on Sunday. Last year was Michael Waltrip winning the Daytona 500. Man, how cool would it be if he won back-to-back? He got his 3rd Daytona 500. Craven digging on the inside. They're kind of getting wadded up. Here comes Mark Martin behind Tony Stewart. Oh, got the outside lane. How's our car going to handle the outside? Are we able to keep them at bay? Let's see. Oh, it's a little tight off turn 4. Let's try to run the outside and see how it goes. Let's try to be versatile. Let's not just hug the inside. Let's try to see how the outside lane runs. If Martin gets a push, then we know he's got a fast car, but those outside lane ain't worth trying. Because sometimes it works. Believe it or not, the outside lane sometimes will work. Just depends what cars you got in line. You know, if you have like a Mike Skinner on the inside, they might not be able to push, but Martin's car looks pretty racy back there. I feel like he's kind of restricted by the plate too much. Let's run the outside lane again. Whoa, had to get out of the throttle there, man. We went way too far up. Here comes Mikey. So Tony is stuck on the outside. We're going to let him go. I'm going to help Michael Waltrip. I'm going to go to the inside. I'm going to leave Stewart out to dry. I'm going to help Mikey. So there we go. Stewart's going to drop like a rock. Kind of set him up there, too. Waltrip's in second. Lap 4 out of 5. A lone Ford out of 3 Chevrolets. Make up the top 4. Craven, only Pontiac in the top 5. Showing in the 5th place spot. Here comes Mark Martin trying to make a move on the inside. Cut the momentum off. Tony's back in the mix now. Waltrip falls back. Again, this is for no points. This is just to set the field for the 500. We already have the pole position locked in. So all we want to do is just learn from our race car. That's all we got to do. Coming up to the white flag. One more time around. Here in duel number 1 at Daytona 2006. Tony's chilling right behind us. Ooh, Nelly. Halfway on fuel. That's going to be very important, is how the fuel runs. Because I believe for the plate tracks with the smaller fuel tanks, you're going to have 2 pit stops. So it's going to be extremely crucial that we have good pit stops to win the Great American Race. I'll tell you what, next episode is going to be a barn burner, man. It's going to be so much fun. Tony Stewart! What is he doing? Does he have an engine failure? I thought I seen smoking out of the 20 car. I think he's got an engine failure, guys. That could take him out of Daytona 500 contention. He has an engine failure. Wow, we're going to win the 125. 4-time champion. He's won 4 consecutive Winston Cups. Blows an engine right at the end. He's going to start at the back of the pack. That could be the biggest storyline in this Speedweeks. Tony Stewart drops out at 3 and 4 on the final corner. Wow, final lap, everything. I mean, holy cow. That was a fast car, too, and he's going to be at the back of the pack. Wow. That is something. Wow. So, we win the 125. Let's get a rundown. Let's get a rundown here. So, Tony Stewart's going to be at the back of the pack alongside, or really behind, Christian Fittipaldi. That's pretty much the only big name back there. Ashton Lewis finishes 14th. He's going to be about mid-pack come Sunday. But, wow, Tony Stewart blows the engine final corner of the Gatorade 125. If that is not something, I don't know what is. And guys, it's time for the Daytona 500. I will see y'all next episode for the 2006 running of the Great American Race. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Holy cow, folks. I upload these videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Each day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central. Hope y'all have a great one, guys. DIECAST Buffet. I will see you on the Daytona 500. Can Buffet Racing South win their first 500? Have a great one, folks.